You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different? Man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not
35 years is how long this plane trip lasted. Yeah, years. You heard that right. Years. Santiago Airlines Flight 513 boarded in 1954 and landed in 1989, flying from Aachen, Germany on September 4th, 1954 to Porto Alegre, Brazil, with 88 passengers and 4 crew members on board. It was about to finish crossing the Atlantic Ocean when it just completely disappeared a few hours into its flight, very close to the Bermuda Triangle. Now, disappearing planes are oddly not out of the ordinary. They actually happen all the time, like the infamous flight MH370, which was flying from Malaysia to Beijing back in 2014 when it mysteriously changed course mid-flight and started flying into the middle of the Indian Ocean, only to vanish a few hours later with no traces of the plane on any radars, just like Flight 513. Except debris from MH370 was found washed ashore in Madagascar 5 years later in 2019. Meanwhile, only 2 years after Flight 513 vanished, the search was called off in 1956. Then, out of nowhere, on October 12, 1989, the exact plane just lands without any radar warning in Brazil. 35 years later. 35 years. How is that even possible? When it landed, the airport security team rushed the plane to investigate, and they could not believe what they found. 92 skeletons still seated on the plane with their seatbelts on, passengers, crew, captain and all, with the pilot literally still clutching the controls in his hand. The other big question is here, how did this plane even land? Some theories claim this plane entered a wormhole over the Bermuda Triangle and traveled through time, while others that they were abducted by aliens or landed on some remote island and died of starvation. A lot of online sources say this is a hoax, but others claim the Brazilian government investigated and refused to disclose details to the public after they realized they had no valid explanations for it. But that's exactly what you would expect a government to do if something unexplainable ever happened with no plausible explanation. Deny it and paint the discovery a hoax. Especially in 1989, before the internet and online channels like this were widely used and the general public had no way of sharing information with each other. Which is why no photo or video proof has been released other than this tabloid newspaper article, with those same people stating that even a plane that old could have easily landed itself with autopilot. Santiago Airlines went out of business 2 years after this flight, so no executives were around 35 years later to confirm records either. Remember to never blindly accept what you hear as absolute fact, including what I'm saying right now, and to always question everything. This is likely an urban legend, but you can never know for sure.